All right. Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive.
It's always exciting.
You know it. And today, we're going to be diving into the world of the Eurasian goshawk.
Oh, cool. A powerful predator.
Yeah, really fascinating story to tell. We've got this essay here, really insightful, dives deep into the life and habits of this bird. And honestly, some of this stuff is pretty wild.
Yeah. Like what?
So get this, the goshawk can basically like almost turn 180 degrees in the air.
Wow.
Like imagine that.
No way for prey to escape that.
Right. So how do they do it? What's the secret to this aerial mastery?
Well, I think the key is really in the wings.
Yeah.
Unlike a lot of other raptors, the goshawk has these like short, rounded wings.
Interesting.
And they're perfectly designed to maneuver in those dense forests. Think about it like if you had a fighter jet, right? Designed for those like intense dogfights.
Okay, yeah.
Versus like a bomber, which is built for long distances.
So it's not just speed, it's that agility. That really gives the goshawk its edge. This essay, it calls it, formidable, a master of the aerial hunt.
Oh, yeah. That's not just hype. This bird's got the tools, the techniques.
Yeah, it's a godlike.
They've got incredible eyesight. I mean, like, they can spot prey from crazy distances. But it's not just that. They also have super acute hearing.
Really?
Which means they can even find those prey that are hiding in the undergrowth.
Oh, wow.
Like a built-in radar and sonar system.
It really is. And this essay, it does a great job of just like painting this vivid picture of the goshawk's hunting techniques. We're talking about sudden attacks, high-speed chases through the trees. And they even do these patient ambushes. It seems like this bird is pretty opportunistic.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Not afraid to try anything.
Well, within reason, of course.
Right, of course.
But the essay talks about how they have a really diverse diet. Like everything from pigeons and jays to grouse, even small mammals like rabbits and squirrels.
Oh, wow. So it's quite a variety.
Absolutely. And that shows how adaptable they are. What a significant role they play in that whole ecosystem.
Yeah, totally. Speaking of the ecosystem, where do we find these birds? Where do they hang out?
Well, they really love those mature forests. Could be coniferous, could be mixed.
Oh, okay.
But they need that dense canopy for cover, And of course, gotta have a good population of prey to support them.
Makes sense, yeah.
Think like those old growth forests, tons of life.
Oh, yeah, I get it. And the essay mentions their range is just massive. It's like from Scandinavia all the way to Japan. So we're talking about a bird that's ruling the skies across a huge chunk of the globe.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. You might think, oh, well, they're doing great then.
Right, yeah, exactly.
But, even though they're widespread, they're not without their threats.
That's a good point. It's easy to forget that. Like, even a species as widespread as the goshawk can still face challenges. And this essay, it brings up some serious concerns, especially about habitat loss. With deforestation and human encroachment.
And that deforestation, it's not just like this far off threat. Studies are showing a direct link between, forests getting fragmented and the goshawks not having as much success with their nests.
Oh, interesting.
Fewer mature trees, well, that means there are fewer places for them to nest. And if their territories get smaller, they can't hunt as effectively.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what can we do? I mean, is there anything we can do to help?
Well, the essay emphasizes that protecting those mature forests is key. So we're talking about things like, establishing protected areas, making sure we have sustainable forestry practices, and just minimizing how much we're disturbing those critical habitats.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. It's like, okay, the goshawk might be this awesome hunter, but it's still vulnerable. We have to remember that. We have such a big impact on their environment.
Absolutely.
It's a good reminder that all species, even ones that are doing okay, widespread, they still need our help, our attention.
Oh, totally agree.
So I think we've learned a lot today. The Eurasian goshawk, it's this remarkable predator, perfectly adapted to its role, but it's facing some real challenges. And it kind of makes you think about that delicate balance in our ecosystems.
For sure, yeah.
And we always like to leave our listeners with something to think about. So, knowing what you know now about the Eurasian goshawk, what can you do to help protect this amazing predator and its habitat? Maybe you could support an organization that's working on forest conservation, or educate some people about the importance of preserving these habitats. Maybe even advocate for policies that, support sustainable land use. There's something out there for everyone.
I love that.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of the Eurasian goshawk.
Until next time.
See you later.